Angela and how different things will affect their relative positions in the case. We've heard testimony again from Jake and from Mom. But what we heard from Jake, Adante, was that George, he didn't shoot anyone. We heard that he didn't want to kill anyone. He didn't want anyone to be killed. He wanted to effectuate this child being taken away from the girl, but didn't think anyone needed to be killed. That was Big George, the father, who was sort of the guy who was behind the killings per se. Certainly, they'll try to point to the big dad as the bad guy. Will any of that help in this case at all? Because again, it's just a conspiracy case, and I say just, but it's again easier to prove for this prosecution.
Yeah, conspiracy is, when you're in law school, they tell you that conspiracy is one of the easiest crimes for a prosecutor to prove, because all you need central to this is the agreement between two people to engage in some sort of criminal conduct. Where the criminal conduct ultimately takes you, even if it's something that was not contemplated. For example, we're going to go over here and abduct the child. We're going to take the child. We're going to, threaten people to allow us to leave with the child. If that then comes or winds up with it going from threatening to using force to killing people, you're still on the hook no matter what the original agreement was as relates to what your intent was going to be. So when I listen to these recordings, I don't think that there really is much mitigating evidence there. I mean, it sounds to me, and I think it would feel the same way for a jury. You listen to that and you're saying, hey, this sounds like a defendant who's trying any way and every way to mitigate their role. But at the end of the day, you have 8 people who are dead, and somebody's going to have to pay that price.
Yeah, and this was one of, again, the biggest crimes in Ohio. This community wants justice, and I think this is going to be, again, very difficult for the defense. We'll see what they do. Their case will begin next week. All right, Adante, stand by. I do have to take a break. Folks, coming up next, Doomsday Cult Dad, Chad